We good? We on?
We are on.
Let's go. We gotta obviously
Again.
every time we have to wait for it to come up on our
There it
screen. There
is.
it is. Guys, do you like the hat? I know I have to ask the chat. Is this a look you want to see me try to pull off more often?
It's a bit controversial.
It is. It's been
Yeah.
controversial between the friend groups, Some people are saying, it's ideal. You look good in it, and then others are like, I think you're trying too hard.
Yeah.
For that street look.
Yeah.
Street apparel.
Like you're like a skater.
Dom said Lenny frat son. Yeah, frat boy.
There's a bit of a beef in the a bit of
Oh, there is?
shots fired
Let's
in
hear
the
it.
comments
Let's
here.
hear it.
Between podcasters actually.
Between podcasters of the Class on Grass Media Podcast Network.
Yes.
Is it what you love to see?
I mean, you love to see them involved, I think.
Yeah, it is.
It looks amazing, says Paul. That's great.
Lovely. Paul, I will keep it on for the rest of the episode just for you.
The episode is
What?
Episode 20.
Oh, the episode
Welcome
is.
back.
There it is. Welcome back to what?
The COG Weekly podcast.
There we go.
Season
That
3.
was a rocky one.
Season 3, episode 20.
When we get to 100, as we constantly talk about, I'm going to make a montage of Welcome Back.
It's going to be really good.
But that one's going to be emphasized in the middle.
I think slow-mo.
Yeah, welcome back to what? The COG Weekly podcast.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Ave said, Leo, you look good in anything. Thank you so much.
It's so
See,
true.
The fans of the
It's
podcast
very
understand.
true.
Producer Sutton, I think, would be glad to know that you're in the chat. He has got a huge smile on his face right now over there in the producer chair, director chair. Dom said, we all know the Champions is better than the Woolwich, whatever they're called. I think shots are being fired. It's quite
That's up
crazy.
to the listener's opinion.
Oh, it is totally. Dom, you did say earlier that you haven't joined the stream in so long, so I'm glad that you could make it. Glad that we have a active chat already. And without further ado, we can start the episode with the trademark Hassani of the Week. One of the things that you come to the COG Weekly podcast for. And this week, the contenders for the Hassani of the Week are none other than Dusan Vlahovic, right? Fairly important. Important player for Juve already. Raheem Sterling, who, if you don't know, scored a hat trick this past week. And then obviously, Super Bowl winner Cooper Kupp, Super Bowl MVP, Offensive Player of the Year.
Jake Paul lookalike.
Cooper Kupp. And some people are going to be infuriated by that because
That's not real football.
it's the fake football,
Fake football.
and people don't like it. But trust me, he deserves to be in contention this week for how well
He
he
really
did in the
does.
Super Bowl. We don't need to get into it too much.
No.
But starting with Dusan Vlahovic, new signing to Juve as of January of this year. 2 games, 2 goals already. And, I mean, I don't know what you think, but I watched one of the goals in great detail. And very smooth for his size. Very, very good at just maneuvering his way around people. When you see a player and you're like, they are silky. They can get to from point A to point B effectively and efficiently. He does that, and most strikers that you see that are big and have that like extra height or extra mass on them to help them be a better hold-up player aren't as good at that. So he's definitely got that X factor as a striker.
Was it the one where he was like kind of left side of the field and then dribbled it all the way into the box? Was it that one?
Yeah.
Yeah, that one very impressive. Kind of like Holland, I'd say, in the fact that
true.
He can drive, and he does have that speed. And
maybe a Jordan P-Folk-esque player.
oh, perhaps
People who listen to the
we
last
shouldn't
pod
get into it. But,
will understand
yeah.
that, but
Yeah, exactly.
I still stand by my opinions. If you want to go watch that last pod, feel free to.
Perhaps an article coming out.
Perhaps
Perhaps
if you keep your eyes peeled on classongrassmedia.com, maybe you go there right now for a Champions League spotlight matchup. Maybe you'll get a little bit of insight, and you will get to see a Jordan P. Folk article in a little bit. Paul said, I'm voting for him, even though he's not amongst the nominees. Oh, they're talking about the lad who rushed to the hospital for his child's birth after winning the Super Bowl.
Van Jefferson, another wide receiver for the Rams.
So he's Paul's vote. That's unfortunate that we're losing a vote.
Great day. You can't get a much better day.
Did you see the guy who proposed?
Yeah, you can't get a much better day than that. Win the Super Bowl and then go have the birth of your child. Like that's
In my opinion, you could have a better day.
oh.
Win the Club World Cup and then have the birth of your child.
Well,
we're not gonna get into that yet, but I just had to
yeah.
mention that it's what the episode's about,
Yeah.
and the Club World Cup is
We should touch on Raheem the Dream.
Raheem the
Sterling.
Dream, as we've said,
Back in fine form.
fine indeed.
Yes.
3 goals, a missed penalty, but do you count that as a miss when he finishes the follow up? Like, you know what I mean?
Well, so we talked about the Brazilian hat trick a couple episodes ago with Dani Alves, and Sterling scored the perfect hat trick, which is a header, left foot, right foot.
Mm-hmm.
Which some are saying he purposely missed the penalty so he could get the rebound to then score. And get the left foot, right foot.
He should have just taken the penalty with his left.
That would be sick.
Imagine.
Although he missed it with his right, so I'm not sure how good it would be if he hit it.
You see, I think sometimes a better strategy than trying to place a pen, obviously coming from Pennard himself,
Yes.
is running at the ball and kicking it like a horse as hard as you can and seeing what happens.
The Harry Maguire.
Yeah. Well, he places it into the corner.
He somehow
I'm saying like going
hits it as hard as you can, but with placement.
Yeah, that's just a different level.
Yeah.
I'm saying like genuinely not knowing where it's going to go. Cuz sometimes I think if you don't know where it's going to go, the keeper has no idea.
Yeah.
So, you've got to I think sometimes when the odds are against you, you got to pull up with that strategy. Paul said Lenny the pen merchant. Honestly, you know, I don't mind being called the pen merchant. If it gets goals on your tally, I think it's worth it. I don't know.
They all goals are goals, man.
Goals are goals, whether they're with your left, right, penalty, or header.
Yes.
And so, I think that my vote would be Raheem.
Mm.
I don't know about you.
Well, Ave says cup, and I have a feeling I know why. Maybe a bit of friendly rivalry within the house of the technical director.
I did hear about the possible rivalry going on regarding the Super Bowl.
Technical director was rooting for the Bengals,
Which I was as well.
As it was his hair color. He had to root for the team with the orange uniforms.
That's true. Yeah.
It does kind of fit.
He is a ginger.
I
can't wait until we do a face reveal.
Yeah.
Well, like his on the website, but like a real face reveal.
For those who are strictly on YouTube. But yeah. I went for the Rams for this game, and it obviously turned out good for me. You were the Bengals. It was a bit of a Joe Shiesty.
Joe Shiesty needed the win.
Joe Burr.
Joe Burr. Joe Shiesty. I really wanted him to get the dub. I know everyone's saying Cooper Kupp has a great story, but I think Shiesty also has a really good story. Going from backup at Ohio State for 3 years to national champion at LSU, first-round draft pick, tears his ACL first year with the Bengals, comes back, brings them all the way to the Super Bowl. That's pretty phenomenal.
There are many good stories in the Super Bowl. There were the 40-year-old on the Rams.
Oh, yeah, he's like completely bald.
There was Matthew Stafford, who was with like the worst team, Detroit Lions, for so long, and then wins the Super Bowl in his first season away. Odell Beckham also gets his first.
That's true, yeah.
Just a lot of great stories. So, as Americans, we do have to tune in.
No, yeah, I feel like for everyone...
It is a holiday.
It is.
I'd say,
no, it is.
Yeah.
But I feel like everyone listening right now who is strictly a soccer fan is like, what is going on?
Yeah.
But
we can move on.
Yeah, we'll move on to spare you your time. But
Cooper Kupp with an incredible performance.
Yeah, with a Hassani of the Week nomination. But I would say Raheem. What are you going with?
Raheem.
Okay, so
you can't beat 3 goals. You can't beat the hat trick.
What I'm doing now is I'm starting to make like a tally, not a tally of who wins it, but a rating system, because I want to, going forward, say
maybe make a ranking,
a tier list of Hassani's
on the site, maybe.
Yeah, that would be cool.
Like
yeah, so we can add to the site every time.
Yeah, I like that.
So that might be something that, but I'm gonna start recording them.
Yeah.
So
we need to build it up before we.
Oh, we do, of course. Everyone, you know how we work here at COG Media. We build everything up before. But I'm thinking out of 10, you have to give a rating. I give a rating, and then the chat gives their ratings, and we like average them all out.
Okay.
And then we figure out from there. So. First goal that he scored was really solid.
Yeah.
Coming in from the left side, cut it to the right, curled it, bottom middle right corner. And it was a very solid goal, so that brings it way up. But the header was pretty much point blank, and the pen he missed and then followed it up point blank. So although it's a hat trick, I'm still giving him a 7.5 on the Hassani scale. He's not way up there for me. And again, this is on the Hassani of the Week scale, so this is comparing him to other Hassani of the Weeks.
And do we have the other? Is this the first ranking?
This is the first one.
First official. Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, we mustn't forget it's against Norwich as well.
Yeah.
So there's levels to it.
There's levels to it.
You know, I'd say if we're looking at past Hassani's and averaging against that, I'm gonna go a little lower and go.
Well, remember the last one, Luca, was a performance against Honduras.
That's true.
So,
but if we're starting now,
yeah, we can start now.
As far as standard goes, I'm gonna go 7.
Okay, 7. Because it is a hat trick.
It is
so
a hat trick,
like
which is hard to do in the Premier League, no matter what.
You have to, yeah. Okay, so in the chat, we're gonna give you guys like 30 seconds to a minute while we talk to put something out of 10, and if it's completely not serious, we will definitely not like include it. But if it is serious, we'll include it in the average, and then we'll make one, and that'll be Raheem's Hassani of the Week for Valentine's Day. Happy Valentine's Day to everyone.
Valentine's Day, yes.
But that'll be his rating for the Hassani of the Week, 214.
I did just notice Cooper is pointing at Raheem in the graphic on screen.
Yes.
Which,
and then Raheem is looking up to the Hassani of the Week.
There's a lot of respect between the two players.
That's true, yeah. But not so much Dushan, because he's like, I'm getting out of here.
Yeah, I should have won.
Yeah, he's like, darn. Because if you think about it, like the Olympics are on right now, and top, and then it's the podium, and so Dushan's like at the bottom.
Yeah.
Or would it be Dushan at second?
Maybe. Well, no, I'm not sure.
Yeah, but Dushan's at third.
Is it the first and maybe last? We'll never say never, but time a non-footballer is on the Hassani of the Week.
It'll happen.
I think it'll happen again, but it is the first. I believe.
It is the first, so. Which is very impressive.
Yeah.
And of course, it has come during a time when we actually have visuals, which is great.
He looks like he would play for maybe Burnley, maybe a Republic of Ireland Burnley midfielder. Cooper Cup. What would you say?
I would agree.
Yeah.
Yeah, Republic of Ireland. He's got a bit of a ginger beard going. You know,
he loves a good tackle in him.
He does, yeah. I think he would love a pint after the games.
Yeah.
So I would agree.
Dyche.
Yeah, with Sean. Yeah, totally. So I would agree. Yeah, this is a Republic of Ireland kind of guy. Paul said, "Can I vote for the 15-year-old that failed a drugs test?" I don't know who that is.
There was a figure skater.
Russian. Oh, was there actually?
Yeah, another one of
no
those.
way.
So, yeah.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Were they like taken out of the Olympics completely?
No, because they're too young where they can't like charge them for anything.
No, but they were disqualified from the Olympics, yeah.
I believe so.
If you weren't, that would be crazy.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
I mean,
we're not experts on the Olympics.
That's so tough, though. Imagine.
I mean, it's Russia, you know.
Yeah, that's true.
They do have a bit of a reputation. But, I see Dom with an 8.
Yeah, Dom had an 8, so I'll put that down. Angie said Raheem's head closest to the Hassani of the Week letters. Yeah, that. Well, he's first. I think we've established.
There's a lot of but
Dushan's hand's up
his
there.
hand is. If we do a little zoom in break.
If you do a little VAR with lines, his hand is there. I want to know what % of the time the middle player wins the Hassani of the Week. Well, we haven't had multiple players for more than 3 episodes, and I think Josh Sargent wasn't the middle player.
Josh was on the left.
Luca was on the right.
Yeah.
So we've actually had 3 different ones so far.
Yeah. But I think we're ready for the.
Yeah, I think we are. So
average.
7, 7.5, and 8 brings us to a 7.5. So Sterling with a total average score, not a total, an average score of 7.5 for his Hassani of the Week rating. And congratulations, Raheem. We will do a little Instagram story after this.
We will.
I hope you guys liked the graphic that I made for.
That's all Leo on the.
It is
the COG Weekly account,
you can tell it's all me because of the professionalism on the
professional
Instagram.
editing. So
much better than the official Class on Grass media page.
Much.
I would have to say.
Levels above.
Oh gosh, but yeah, it was. Angie said Zuma a pregame warm-up injury for the Hassani of the Week runner-up. Zuma was in contention.
Zuma was.
He was in
I don't think
contention.
Hassani of the week.
They did take his cats.
Yeah.
We can't.
Which was a good thing.
Did you see the cat that ran on the field in another game?
No.
And then everyone was like, if Zuma was on the field, he would have kicked it off.
That's not great. But,
no, he's in addition to Prison FC.
Yes.
We were gonna go over that at the end. Well, we didn't have it in the plan, but we were gonna go over that at the end. We'll just move it to the beginning. A great center back addition to Prison FC. Paul said Zuma to Prison FC. I thought the transfer window was closed.
I think it's an agreed for the summer.
Yeah, it's a pre-contract
terms have been agreed.
Yeah. So it is not right. Did you see the statement that he came out with?
Well, I saw David Moyes said like last week before their game because he was starting him, and he was like, "Yes, we do not agree with what he's done, but he's our best center back, so we have to play." Which I don't think is the right
That's
mindset,
not right.
but
it's the same thing that Brighton did with Basuma. As soon as he was out of jail, right back into the starting lineup.
It's a business, though.
It is.
Yeah.
It totally is. But no, he did not make the right decision there. His statement afterwards was that it was a one-off and it doesn't happen usually. And I was like, how do you have to justify
it's still
that
not
it doesn't
good.
happen usually when you just drilled your cat in the face?
Yeah, it's really not
not something you should be saying
even if
at all.
It was a one-time thing.
It just happened. And why were they recording it?
Yeah.
Why on earth were they like, oh, look at me, I'm gonna kick my cat?
Not really.
No,
Right.
it wasn't ideal. But something that was more ideal. See, I'm working on these transitions. Something that was more ideal than Kurt Zuma kicking his cat was how Kai Havertz was feeling this weekend after scoring the winning penalty in the 117th minute against Palmeiras in the Club World Cup final. The game ended 2-1, and Kai Havertz has now won the Champions League and Club World Cup for Chelsea. So big ups to him.
Big game player.
He is.
But you haven't heard much from him this season.
No,
I feel like.
not at all.
And then also a shout out to Christian Pulisic, the first American player to play in the Club World Cup final and win the Club World Cup final. So he was the first American to win the Champions League as well. It's just he's breaking barriers.
Jordan Peacock.
Not soon behind young boys coming for the Champions League. But yeah, Chelsea, very deserved. Are you a bit confused about the Club World Cup? Because
it's the weirdest tournament.
It's always the Champions League
versus
team that win.
Oh,
the UEFA champion, because it's like the Champions League equivalent of each continent.
Yeah, it's the African Champions League, the
South
CONCACAF Champions League, the I don't know what the Chinese or the Asian Champions League is, but it's always some Chinese Super League team.
Those teams don't really stand a chance.
No, it's always in the Club World Cup. It's always a Chinese Super League team or a J League team.
Yeah,
and then some Brazilian team like Palmeiras, and then
it's usually the Saudi League too.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah. But yeah, there's no chance usually, and you don't ever see anything other than the Champions League team winning, and it justifies that you're the champion of the world, I guess, but it's not really, it's kind of pointless because when you win the Champions League,
you get a cool badge on the jersey though.
You do.
Those always look really cool.
You do.
Yeah.
But it's kind of pointless because I feel like when you win the Champions League, people just assume that you're the champion of the world.
Yeah.
It's not.
I guess it's an official title, but
yeah, it's kind of weird.
Yeah.
It's kind of a weird one. It's not widely watched by many people.
No.
I didn't really watch it.
I
watched
watch
the highlights, but I didn't
Yeah.
really watch the game. I had no interest in tuning into the Club World Cup final.
No, I was keeping an eye on it with the updates, because I believe Lukaku scored and then Palmeiras
scored and then went to OT, and then Havertz scored in the 117th minute, and then in the 119th minute, someone got a red card on Palmeiras.
Yeah,
just to
that's not ideal.
put the icing on the cake.
Yeah. But at that point, it's like, why not? If there's a time to get a red card in your career.
Well, also, you're playing for Palmeiras, and you're probably never going to get that much exposure ever again.
Yeah.
Playing against Chelsea, unless you transfer out of the Brazilian league.
And if you're not going to score, your name is always going to be on the stat sheet for that game.
Yeah. That guy went out in style.
Yeah.
He was happy after that.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, putting his name mean, they should just engrave his name on the trophy as a part of it. They should actually engrave who scored and all that
Who
stuff.
scored and the red card.
Just the match facts on the trophy.
Yeah, exactly.
That'd be fantastic. But yeah, good for Chelsea to get another trophy added to their cabinet. I know that Spurs have not had a similar week, not really adding any more trophies to their cabinet. In fact, losing 2 games back-to-back at home versus Southampton and Wolves. I know you can touch on the Southampton game a little bit more because obviously you being the big Southampton fan and a fan of Che Adams, as we discussed before, you can talk about this.
Well, yeah, I don't know if the people at home agree, but I thought Che Adams might have deserved a shout in the Hassani of the Week this week with 2 goals in 2 games, including the winner at Tottenham, 3-2 win for the Saints. And then Spurs followed it up, also at home against Wolves and lost 2-0. So Conte's really under a bit of the pressure after I feel like they were doing decently.
They were undefeated in the league until this patch.
Yeah, so, I mean, I don't know. Also at home is very tough, and I don't know. You obviously probably didn't see, but in the Southampton game, a foul should have been called on us, on them, and then they went down and scored to make it 2-1 in the game, and then Conte was like shushing our players and things, and then they went on to lose, and
that's what you like to see.
It warms my heart.
Did Ralph have a warm heart after that, you think?
Ralph was close to tears again.
Again.
You love to see.
Yeah. He comes close pretty frequently.
Yeah.
He's an emotional man.
He went down to his knees and
really?
did
Again?
that. Yeah.
Really?
Went down to his knees, did that, and then got up. So.
But that's what you like to see from your gaffer.
I mean, there's passion. But also, he said he's not staying past 2024, I think. He's like said that. He's like, I might retire from coaching.
Don't think about it. There's still time.
Yeah.
You got 2 years. 1.5 years. No. You got 2 years. 2022, 2023.
Yeah, 2 years.
2023, 2024. 2.5 years.
But
so don't think about it.
It's a sad thing to see. Cause
I mean, GP's probably gone in the next 2 years.
I'd love a GP to Southampton.
Oh, I'm sure you would. Yeah. I'm sure you would.
The exact opposite of our style.
No, but he would change your whole team because you think about Brighton before GP got there, the Houghton ball.
Houghton
ball was not
prime.
It was just Glenn Murray up top, and that was it. And we loved it, but it wasn't.
You stayed in the Prem.
We did. It's what it takes.
Yeah.
You do what you got to do to stay in the Prem. Angie said Che Adams won't score again until 2023. Broja is superior. What do you think about that?
Well, Broja is superior, but Che, Ralph has said he's like a ketchup bottle. Like, stuff. When you're shaking it to have it come out, it like won't come out, and then all of it will come out at once. And that's the same with the goals. He said that in a press conference once. It was a weird analogy.
I almost spit all my water out.
It was a weird analogy, but
he's like a ketchup bottle,
So he scored 2 and 2, so I wouldn't be surprised if he scores another one next game.
If he keeps the hot streak going. He was a contender for possible Hassani of the Week.
He was?
Nomination, obviously.
Honorable mention.
Yeah, we should make just another slide with like 5 honorable mentions.
10, like
just a row of them.
Yeah.
People should be able to nominate themselves, and then we have a committee that selects based on the highlight video that you send from your past week.
Yeah.
And then it goes from there. It's kind of
the opportunities are endless.
Oh, it is. It's kind of like the FIFA Team of the Year. We could do that. We could start sending out a box with the cards. Have you ever seen when
I did?
Yeah, you get the box with the cards, and then you select them. We could do the same thing for the Hassani. We just need to figure out a card design.
Yeah,
that'd be tough. Suddy would be on the card design.
Yeah,
I feel.
Technical director
Sutton Lily Green. Oh, should I say your whole name on live, or are you trying to keep that private? You trying to blur that out, Lily Green?
Yes.
But Angie said Southampton Hassani of the Week episode coming soon. I could.
We could do a Brighton and Southampton Hassani of the Week separate from the actual Hassani of the Week.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. No, we could do the Hassanis of each team.
Yeah. Every team in Europe.
Yeah, the Hassani of the team.
If you've listened for many years now, you'll know we used to go through and read
Oh my gosh.
every result.
No, it wasn't a
every-
we thing. It was a me thing.
Yeah,
I would go into my One Football app.
Yeah.
You guys know One Football, right? And I would go in there and I would click all fixtures.
yeah.
Every single football match that has happened in all of the leagues in Europe. And it would take 10 minutes. I would just read every score.
Yeah.
I would just read every score. I wouldn't go into any depth about these scores.
we would just read them off.
Just fire them off.
Yeah.
Quick, rapid fire scores. Because that's exactly what we thought people wanted to hear. Now we've realized
Maybe add a bit of personality, which we have.
maybe don't do that was our
Yeah.
first reaction about a couple months later.
'Cause that's really boring.
Yeah, I would have to agree.
I'd hope this is.
Well, I think
A
it's
little
probably
less
more.
boring?
I think it's probably more entertaining hearing us talking about how
Yeah.
boring that was than listening to that. But I think it rivals.
Yeah,
I mean,
it's close.
It's pretty close.
But that's why we should move on.
That is why we should move on. I was gonna say
Yeah.
the same thing.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
fantastic from
Yeah.
you. That's why we
Anthony
should move on.
Gordon.
Anthony Gordon.
Anthony Gordon.
Anthony Gordon.
With a goal and an assist. 3-0 win for Everton
In a 6-pointer.
against Leeds. Yeah,
In-
you should explain. You just
So-
left the six.
so a 6-pointer,
relegation
guys.
6-pointer.
So a
term.
6-pointer is not right. So in the MSHSL, the
Yeah.
Minnesota State High School League, we have 6-pointers. When a team doesn't want to play you more than once because you're not good enough,
Yeah.
you
Man
play.
City would bank on that.
Man City would play so many 6-pointers.
Yeah.
You make it a 6-pointer, right? And then that game, instead of counting for 3 points, counts for 6 points. So me being a certified vet in MSHSL terms,
Yeah.
I always thought 6-pointer meant that. And Mac was like, so this one was a 6-pointer. I'm like, no, it wasn't. There's no 6-pointers in the Premier League.
Yeah.
They don't do that. You're not allowed to do that. And then I was explained that it was not necessarily meaning the game was worth 6 points for either team, but both teams needed the 3 points. So therefore it was kind of worth 6 points.
Yeah.
Kind of a shaky description in my opinion, but it
Yeah.
still works.
It's just a term
It does.
they use.
It's a term they
Yeah.
use.
I mean, Everton and Leeds
Both
down to the
needed
bottom.
points.
Yeah. And
Anthony Gordon coming in clutch.
Super Frank, and
Super Frank.
Anthony Gordon, the young lad, did pull it off, and
I like Anthony Gordon a lot.
I do.
He's a beast.
Yeah, he's gotten into the goals and assists recently as well. Not just this game, but Man City. I thought we'd touch on the title race because it might be closer than people think. Because Man City are 9 points ahead right now, but Liverpool behind them have a game in hand and they have a game against City. So if they win both of those,
It's 3 points.
it's a 3-point lead, which it used to be, what, 12?
Yeah. The real question here is, for one, will Liverpool be able to keep up with City's consistent
Yeah.
winning ways? And two, will Liverpool be able to beat City then? Because you have to beat them
gonna
out
be-
in every
yeah.
regard. You have to beat them head to head.
Liverpool pretty much have to win all the rest of their games.
You have to beat City head to head. You have to win your game in hand. And then you have to win every single game going forward and one more that City don't win. If City lose 2, you can only lose 1.
And you're asking City to slip up, which they
Is
haven't.
unlikely.
Yeah.
And if they slip up and you get to even points, then you're going to have to beat
Then
City's
you're
goal differential.
And yeah, it's still a very tough ask, but at least points wise, it's not as far as people might think.
No, it's still going to come down to the wire. It's just still very unlikely.
Yeah.
That we'll see something arise where Liverpool are able to overtake them. And if they do, it's going to be late because they're going to need to stay consistent for a long time, which will be cool because if we're looking at the final day and that could decide the title, that's huge. We haven't had that in a while.
I mean, we had it for Liverpool Man City a couple of years ago,
But
Man City
yeah.
won against Brighton.
Oh, it
At
was
Bri-
Brighton.
at Brighton.
It was.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah.
I remember getting up for that game and be like, we can change
We
the
can-
course of the Premier League today. And then
then
leaving the TV room
Mahrez
and be like,
scored.
we did not
Yeah.
change the course of the Premier League today.
Yeah.
It was not ideal.
Yeah.
And that was back when we had Anthony Knockhart and
Great little team.
Chris Hughton. Glenn Murray.
The Amex was rocking that
The
day.
Amex was absolutely buzzing.
You scored first, I
we
think,
did.
right?
We did.
Yeah.
And then Gabe Jesus scored.
Yeah, and Mares had like 2 goals, Goon to 1.
15-1.
Yeah. It was a close one.
It was a close one until they scored 15 goals, but yeah, we take it. It was a great game to be in. But yes, like you said, it could be a very tight end of the year, and I'm definitely looking forward to that. Moving to another player similar to Anthony Gordon, who has been racking up goals and assists over the past couple games, is a newcomer or a welcomed returner to the Premier League.
Yes.
In Philippe Coutinho, who is off to a very good start with 2 goals and 2 assists in 4 games. And, I mean, obviously is better suited to the Premier League than La Liga.
Yeah, obviously Barca did not work out. He's back with his former teammate, Stevie G, who is now his manager. But, I mean, it's looking like vintage Coutinho at Liverpool.
It is.
And people have made comparisons. He's kind of like Lingard at West Ham when he was on loan there. Was that last season?
Yeah.
Yeah, and
It's crazy that it feels like 2 seasons
God.
ago.
Yeah, because it was lockdown.
There
weren't any fans.
Yeah, no fans.
So, man, time flies. But
time does fly when you're having fun.
I mean,
time flies when you're running a podcast and media company.
It truly does. Do you think Villa? Because right now, I don't think they're sitting very high up in the table. Do you think they'll climb a bit from the Stevie G, Coutinho, the boost?
The big boost.
Yeah.
The ultra boost. They should. Are they partnered with Adidas?
No.
If they are, I'm looking this up. Do you know who they're partnered with? They're partnered with the 2 ladies that sit on the
Kappa.
arm. Yeah, the Kappa. But who is their kit sponsor? Let's see here. No, not West Ham. Why did I type that in? Villa. I wonder who their... That's not going to work either. Villa. Aston Villa.
You're looking.
My search engine is not working right now.
Villa Aston.
Villa Aston. What's their kit? No.
That's from... No. Yeah, it's Kappa.
Is that the person who makes their kit,
Yeah.
though?
Yeah.
So Kappa's a clothing brand.
Mm-hmm.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay, so... Yeah, they don't have Ultra Boost.
No.
But they are getting an Ultra Boost with Coutinho and Stevie G. Where are they in the table right now?
So they play Watford, Brighton, Southampton.
Quite an easy schedule coming up.
Quite difficult, I'd say. Brighton and Southampton. Great.
I'd prefer to play Tottenham City, Liverpool over just Brighton, Southampton.
And Watford.
Yeah, Watford.
Villa are 12th.
Ben Foster's going to come up big.
Villa are 12th.
They're not anywhere near the relegation zone. They're no Brighton or Southampton.
No.
We are right next to each other.
We are.
That's great.
Although you're up by 4 points and have a game in hand, so you could go 7 points if you wanted to.
We're still Europa League contenders. Let's be real.
Oh, you play Man United tomorrow.
Which is another win.
I mean, easily.
Totally. But Coutinho obviously is changing that midfield at Villa and doing very well, and I look forward to seeing how he will play and perform throughout the rest of this season. Rivas said PSG or Real Madrid. Such an off-topic question, but we can answer it.
Well, it's coming up.
It is. And
predictions.
It is. Is it?
Mm-hmm.
Is it? I see. I didn't check. So, Rivas, please stay for the next 10 minutes because then we'll actually go over it. Like, we will. It's in the plan.
You'll get our fully locked down. There's a lot riding on the predictions.
Oh, there is.
Because of the records, which are not doing great.
But
as you'll see.
I did make some headway.
By 1.
That's headway.
Yeah.
So.
But you were going for 3. Well,
but I was okay. Yeah, we'll talk about it.
You were going 3-0.
I know Ricky's going for PSG, so we'll keep that in mind. Both of them are bad. Yeah, well, our records are really bad, which is not ideal. We'll get to that in a little bit. We have to look at the Bundesliga first.
Yeah.
And the reason is because Bayern and Dortmund are right now within 6 points because Bayern lost 4-2 against VfL Bochum Excuse me if I pronounced that wrong.
That sounds perfect.
You think so?
Yeah.
Perfect. And then Dortmund won 3-0 to Union Berlin. And in the Dortmund game, Marco Reus had a brace, Rafael Guerrero had a goal, and overall, Dortmund had a really good free-flowing performance. Now, I know Union Berlin and VfL Bochum are both not mid-high level teams in the Bundesliga, but it's huge that Bayern have lost because sitting at 52 points right now, only 6 points above Dortmund after that win that Dortmund had. I could totally see a big title race going on here if Dortmund are able to continue their form.
It's one of the best, to me, like, rivalries that don't really get close as you want them to be with the Bayern-Dortmund title race, because usually, beginning of the season, they might start out pretty close. Dortmund might even be on top, but then around this time, it usually stretches out that Bayern lead, and it's not as close anymore. But I'd really love to see Dortmund get a title at some point, because
the last time they did was probably with Klopp.
Yeah,
so
I think so.
Yeah, that would be big. That would be huge.
It was also the first time Bayern had conceded 4 goals in the first half in like a long time.
Yeah,
but also, you don't see them slip up like that.
No,
obviously Lewandowski still scored 2 goals as
he owns the Bundesliga.
He's just always scoring.
He literally owns the Bundesliga. But yeah, it's getting close, and if Bayern slip up like that at all anymore against teams that they definitely should win against.
Yeah, last time was 2012.
Yeah, and that was when Klopp was there. Yeah. So, I mean, definitely want to see Dortmund pull this off. It's going to be tough.
It's similar to Liverpool. Which
I think
it's
a little bit easier for Dortmund.
It's easier, but it is, it's one of those where it's like you need to have one of the best teams in Europe slip up, which is very hard to have it happen. So
yeah,
we'll see.
Definitely. Moving on to predictions, as we will get the slide up on screen. Technical director Sutton doing his magic with the stream. We love to see it.
Mm-hmm.
It is a beautiful slide that we create, and
not so beautiful records though.
No, not ideal records. It's coming on. We have this delay, and that's the unfortunate part about the stream. So we have to wait. There we go. Now it's up for us.
Huge games,
very big games. You've done a great job here selecting them, and as you guys may know, Champions League matchup.
The champions.
The
Champions Pod. Champions Pod.
You think that was accurate?
That was really good.
No, I was off there. I was off there. Let's hear yours. I want to hear yours.
No, I'm okay.
You don't want to do it?
No.
I'll try again. Ready?
Yeah.
Maybe don't.
You don't want to hear it in the headphones?
No.
Okay, no, I'm going to do it again. I just got to clear my voice.
Champions.
I see I'm off.
We'll have to practice.
Champions. That was close.
That was pretty good.
That was close.
I could hear the horns in the background.
There it was. Yeah. I know Study heard it. Technical director's got the volume all the way up in those headphones. But the first match for Ricky, PSG versus Real Madrid. Big one in the Champions League. Now, I know Ricky said PSG, but we do have to weigh them against the big Real Madrid. The one who has a lookalike of me in their squad, as you may know. You know who it is? You don't know? You know who it is?
Yeah.
So I did a celebrity lookalike challenge, and you basically get these pictures of yourself and you upload them to this software, and it says who you look like. And I did it for technical director Sutton. And who are you again?
Daniel Radcliffe.
Yeah, you were
Harry
Daniel.
Potter.
He was Daniel Radcliffe. And then I did it for Mac, and you were Gordon Hayward.
Gordon Hayward, the basketball.
And then I did it for me. This was definitely the most out there one. This is so out there. I did this. I upload these pictures.
But it does a little like fade in.
Oh, it does.
From
does it work?
From our face to the celebrity, and you can kind of see it.
They thought I looked like Casemiro. And
the Brazilian
Casemiro.
Yeah.
And I was astonished. I mean, I do have his cheeks, kind of. Like when I smile.
Your eyes are kind of similar.
Yeah, but I don't look like Casemiro.
No.
Not at all.
No.
So I didn't know really where they were getting that, but
same play style.
Of course, we're both. They saw that we were
They were
both
looking
defensive
at-
mids,
yeah.
and they were like, Paul's laughing
Yeah.
so much right now. They saw that we were defensive mids, and they were like,
Yeah.
obviously
Casemiro.
they are similar in play style, similar in looks, everything like that.
Yeah.
The records, I'm looking over now at the stream, and the records don't look great. Mac is 5-7,
Respectable.
and
5-7.
I'm respectable 5-7, and I'm 4-8.
Yeah.
I've really only got to catch up by one here to tie you. So
But honestly, think of how hard it is to predict.
for these matchups,
three
is very
games.
well. The third one, I'm pretty much
Third
set.
one, I did a bit of an easy one. It was just two big clubs. So, do you want me to go first?
Yeah,
or
you
the
go
P-
first. I'm gonna go into
PSG
my
Real
app and get
Madrid?
some of my stats going
Oh,
real quick. Yeah.
That's a bit of an advantage. You'll have to share them with me, though.
Okay, I will. No,
Yeah.
I will. Hold up. Let
Um,
me get them. You can just talk through what you're thinking.
So, what I'm thinking, PSG, Real Madrid. Did you watch the Neymar Netflix documentary? It came out recently.
No, I have not yet.
Did you finish the Juventus one?
No, I'm still on
Yeah.
the second
Maybe.
episode.
But PSG haven't. They're not known for great Champions League runs.
Well, they did have that.
They went to the final, but in COVID.
No, but remember they had that Barca.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Like, they're not known to be huge players in the tournament. Real Madrid having one of their best seasons in a while. At the Parc des Princes in Paris. Right now, this is not my final decision. I'm leaning towards maybe a draw.
A draw? Really?
Yeah.
Wait, no. Oh yeah, it's first leg.
First
so you
leg.
can. This is big. I'm very excited.
Actually, that will be my final. I'm going draw.
Okay.
I think
Well, I'm gonna share this information. With
Real
you.
Madrid the better team, but PSG at home, they might.
I'm gonna share this
Put in
information with you.
yes.
Hold up. First, I'm gonna get a picture of Casemiro, so anyone who doesn't know who he looks like can just see. Sorry, which camera am I gonna need to point to? That one. Okay. Wait, no. I can just do this one.
No, you can't.
I
They
can't.
can't see it.
Oh. Okay.
Yeah.
That's Casemiro for all of you guys.
They can't see that either.
They can't see that.
Well,
What about-
barely because of the glare.
What about that? Is that better?
They can just
Oh,
look
it
at.
is. Oh, it
They can
is?
just look it up.
Okay, nice. Okay, so that's Casemiro. That's my lookalike. All right. He. Oh, wow.
Watching this back on the.
Yeah. Let's see. Does it ever get better? Oh yeah, nice.
I mean, you can't really tell.
Oh, it's fine. Rivas said PSG is a good team. The manager is just terrible.
Draw for me.
I am going with a Real Madrid win. Casemiro started last game with Toni Kroos and Valverde in the middle. Asensio, Gareth
Where's
Bale, and
Luka?
Junior up top. What?
Where's Luka?
Modric? Well, he subbed in. I assume that he'll be playing in the
poor.
Champions League game.
Yeah.
And then Danny Carvajal and Marcelo were outside backs who did a very good job. Marcelo gets up a lot more than Danny, but that's just the nature of.
What are the chances Marcelo and Dani Alves were still playing? Like
That's
when
crazy.
we saw that like 10 years ago,
That's crazy.
who would have thought they'd still be playing at Barcelona?
Marcelo is currently 33 years old. I mean, you could definitely
quite
say
young.
he could, but Danny Alves, no chance.
Yeah.
Danny Alves is just so
no one
out
thought
there.
Dani Alves would
That
have.
that is so out there. But I do think Vinny Jr. is Kareem. Why was he not in the lineup? Was he out with a bit of an injury? Yeah, he's with a hamstring strain.
Ooh. Well, you already said your prediction.
Yeah, I'm going Real Madrid.
Okay.
I'm gonna back Dom. Dom Vasquez loves Real Madrid.
Yeah. All right. So we have a draw for me and a win for Real Madrid.
Yeah.
For the first one. Second one, Inter Milan, second in Serie A, or top.
Let me check. See, I can fact check this for you.
It's Inter and AC Milan are the top two.
The great thing about modern technology
Yeah.
is I can just look.
There it is. Second.
But only 1 point away from
Yeah.
top. Actually,
So-
the title race is crazy.
Two second place teams in their respective leagues. Champions League matchup again at the San Siro. What are you thinking?
Inter. Just throw it
Yeah,
out
yeah.
there.
Inter.
Inter with a win. Inter with a win.
What's your reasoning behind that?
Lautaro Martinez
Mm,
need say no more.
really?
Yes. That's all I'm saying. I'm getting the dubs.
Those Merseyside lads love a good Champions League, though.
I'm getting the dubs. Let me tell you right now. I'm not saying they're going to go through, but first round, totally. And then give the Merseyside lads a great comeback.
Mm-hmm. Well, we'll make it interesting. I'll go the Reds. Liverpool
The Reds.
with maybe a 1-0, but that doesn't really factor into the predictions. But I believe it's going to be a Liverpool win going back to Anfield and really solidify that into the next round. So we're different on 2.
We are.
Last one.
So we can be the same on this one, and I think we will be.
I think we will be. This one might go a bit quicker, but Man City versus Tottenham in the Premier League.
City.
City. The Citizens
The Citizens.
with a 6-0.
The Citizens with a 15-0
Yeah.
victory here. Very expected. Pep Guardiola is going to cry. But
Yeah.
yes, of course.
Yeah.
It's what you expect.
It is.
I mean, if anyone...
This is the history of the Tottenham.
Oh, it is.
Yeah.
It is. It's the history of the Tottenhams.
Yeah.
So you got to expect that City are going to win that game, and I need points. Like, look at our... If I go with Tottenham and I
Yeah.
lose, I'm going to look like an idiot to all of the people watching. An idiot. But if I go with City and I lose, it's like, okay, that was
It's a great
unpredictable.
system we have, though, because neither of us can go 3-0 at one time, you know? Because we
Yeah,
all predict different things. So the records are always going to change every week.
totally.
Like,
Yeah.
who's better, who's worse. So, huge Champions League.
So
Love to
if
have the
you,
Champions League back.
if PSG and Real Madrid don't draw, you just don't get a point. You get a loss.
Yeah.
That's really tough because the chances of them drawing is way lower than the other two.
Why?
It's not 33, 33, 33 because they have to get the same scores.
But it's 3 outcomes.
Yeah, but they're not equal outcomes. A draw is definitely not 33% of the time in a football match.
Let's look it up.
There's no chance. This is just statistics. I've got a statistics brain. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I compute these quick. It's definitely going to say.
14 to 20% of the time.
See, so you have just screwed yourself.
No, but
No,
I like
but
to be different.
but I'm
This
just
is
saying
the Champions League.
this is the Champions
The
League.
Champions League.
It's not ideal because, you
But this is predictions. You have to go bold.
well, I'm trying to salvage my record here.
Yeah, and you're going safe like you did last week, and you didn't. It didn't.
Well,
work.
I got a point.
You got 1. Yeah. So
If I keep getting 1 point though, I'm going to keep making the gap bigger.
exactly. And
So-
that's not really what you need.
No, but realistically speaking, you're going to have a lower
Yeah, you're
gonna
not
have a lower score
If
than
you have a positive and a prediction, like
that's really hard.
insane.
Because there's
Because you have to go. Yeah, you have to go 2 for
obviously if you
1,
guess every time you would have a positive.
but you have to win
You'd have
2 out of 3
you
to keep.
I don't want to do this math right now, but you'd have to consistently you'd have consistently get a
I don't think we should try
lower
that.
percentage. No, you'd have to consistently win a lower percentage chance because you're at least going to have a 33% chance, and you'd have to consistently win on
Yeah.
that 33% chance, which
Yeah.
is tough. So, GP to City inevitable. Let's not get carried away here. First off, Pep is not going anywhere, and second off, GP is not going anywhere.
I like Angie's thinking though. A draw happens 100% of the time, 20% of the time.
Well, a win happens 100% of the time, whatever that percentage is.
Yeah.
I am so Lenny.
That's the podcast.
Paul said, "Lenny, what math class are you in?" Calculus. Don't worry, I'm getting my maths in. We do have one more thing that we have to move on to before we end the podcast. That thing is fantasy, which is back
Yes.
this week. I didn't do too hot with my fantasy team.
We never do though.
No, so I forgot to change it around, and
Forgot or you're just saying that?
no, I totally forgot.
You
I
were
was going
planning
to.
on
I was
it.
planning
Okay.
on it.
I
and-
was not planning on it.
But I forgot. But it actually played in my favor because
Yeah.
I was gonna move Salah in, but he only got 2 or 3 points. And
3
instead,
points.
I had Jared Bowen on the bench in the first place spot and Salah in the second. And Jared Bowen was the one who came in and got me 13. So
J-Rod.
J-Rod got me 13.
So, fantasy teams, as you can see, average was 31 for this week. 25 for me.
30.
Yeah.
30 for me.
Yeah.
But
9 points for Che Adams. Very good.
I just am not super happy with the fact that I didn't remember to change my team around.
Well, you should change it right now for the next.
Okay, so
game
I still have the reason why you don't see Jared Bowen in my lineup, and I'll get more. I'll get up to 43 at least, is because the game week's not done because Brighton have a double.
Brighton, yeah.
So when Mape plays, then Bowen will go in for Gabriel, and then I'll have 13 added. So I'm still not that bad, but I just don't know why I have some of the players in there that I do. Like, I have zero idea. And St. Maximin captain was not ideal.
But, like, also, you know, some may question why I have Mount and Andreas Christensen in my team.
I don't have any idea why.
I don't think that's one to answer, though.
No, you just let that be.
In the draft,
By the way,
though-
the average now is 32.
Oh.
So I don't know how
Yeah, I don't know how
that really
how they
happens.
added points. But anyway.
Hold on, I want to look at the highest for a second. What did this
who did they
person
triple
do?
captain?
What?
Sterling.
No, but
Captain Sterling.
this doesn't. Oh, Webster had 15. Diaz had 10. Sterling had 36. That does not add, right? Whatever.
Fernandez maybe?
What do you
Or
mean?
Fabinho on the bench might come in.
Yeah, with 10, and it's on bench boost.
Oh, that's why bench boost.
But that's only adding like 15. I don't know. That seems fishy.
it's probably
This math,
right.
I
It's
hate
probably
this
right.
math. I hate this
It's
math.
probably right.
I hate
But
this math.
draft, I got 43, much better. My draft team's always better. Sterling, Salah, the usual.
How is
bunch.
your draft team always better? I just don't understand that.
I'm second in the draft league
What am
right
What
now.
am I right now? I'm fourth. That's not bad.
You fine.
I have 42 points. This is a great season.
Yeah.
So-
James, I did lose to James
You did.
last week,
James is doing phenomenal.
so I did lose that.
Oh,
time.
we're level.
We are.
42, 42, 42. Me, Eli, and you. And Paul's on 40.
So the Champions League spots.
Oh, my word. It goes down to 39 all the way at place 7.
Wow.
That's crazy. One win, and Patrick could go from 7th to 3rd or to 2nd.
But the point, what are the like total points?
Total points.
I'm at 998.
I'm
So
at
there's a big gap
899.
there, though.
Yeah, but it only matters with points. Oh, yeah.
Like
Yeah.
if we're tied on points.
If we're tied on points. But that's not going to happen, trust.
Okay.
But guess who's in last place still, unfortunately?
Unfortunately, the Josh Sargent week did not help him.
It didn't help enough. He has 7 points now. I'm surprised he's won many games because his team, it doesn't pick up points.
No.
Cantwell is no longer in the Premier League, and he has him on his team, and he has Sigurdsson on his team, who's no longer in the Premier League. And
We actually should start putting studies.
oh my gosh, yeah, like Cantwell's playing in Bournemouth right now.
Yeah.
So and we haven't talked about that either. That's crazy.
Swag 11.
Swaggle.
He was on the Swag 11.
Greenwood's still in, but
Yeah.
Oh,
Sonny doesn't.
wait a minute.
Sonny
Green. No. It's Greenwood in his
Sonny's got
lineup.
Prison FC IR.
Oh, he's got Greenwood in the lineup. And you drafted this team before it all happened. Oh my word, Sonny. This is not ideal. This is not
I
ideal.
say we revisit Swag 11.
Oh, we should. We
As
should
a
just do an
separate-
episode about Swaggle.
No, yeah. We should. Well, we might start doing separate episodes for more like
Well, I was thinking we should have debate episodes.
debate, Swag 11.
Wait a minute. Angie had a violation. The definition of fantasy is Lenny and Mac trying to convince themselves they're any good at these games. We have some skill.
But we're not like, we don't claim to change the team around, even though you do. I don't, at least, and I'm proud of the team.
I work at it a bit. I do a bit of research.
I don't. I haven't touched it since September. So
The problem with making our fantasies public is that people understand that I'm just not very good.
yeah,
People. I just
there's
don't.
more pride in me knowing that I might change one player every month or so.
12
just-
players throughout the year.
But not changing my actual team, just changing like bench to starting. Like I haven't what's it called? transferred any players.
Yeah.
Um,
That's true, Paul. This is something I'm going to go over this right now. Paul said the rest of Suddy's draft team needs to be investigated, looking like a feeder team to Prison FC.
who do we got?
Fabianski in goal. I don't know if we can see that.
Seems like a solid.
Yeah, he seems like a bloke. He seems like a good guy. Ashley Young, that's questionable. That's a bit of a questionable one. I feel like we could see an Ashley Young entrance. These guys Zinchenko.
Ukrainian.
The Ukraine. I
He
don't know.
might have to go out for war.
That's true. There might be some related to that.
Some conflict there.
Konate, I think he's a good guy.
Konate is solid.
I think he's a good guy. De Bruyne, I think he's a good guy. I don't know what you think.
De Bruyne. My heart would be broken if.
Yeah, I'd agree.
Yeah.
Greenwood, we already know. There's some going on there. Sigurdsson, we already know. Something's going on there.
The midfield is atrocious.
It is. Todd Cantwell is no longer in the Premier League. The only way I could see him entering Prison FC is he does these Instagram live streams with his like shirt off the whole time,
He
and then
does
he
get a bit
invites,
comfortable
he-
on his Instagram.
and then he invites like girls onto the live streams.
Well, fans.
Yeah, but like
Not always girls.
yeah, fans, but like a lot of
Sometimes,
them are
yeah.
girls, and you don't know these girls' ages, so it's kind of weird. But that's the only way I could see him. Rashford, he feeds the kids, and he's such a good guy.
I mean,
If he was
that'd be a
caught,
national outrage.
that would
if
be
he did that,
unbelievable.
so,
The murals would be gone.
yeah.
He's got-
And then the front two, the strike partnership of Josh.
Josh Sargent and Dwight Gale. I don't think Dwight Gale has touched the pitch all
I don't
season.
think either.
I'm pretty sure Dwight Gale has not touched the pitch all season.
So
I mean, you never know.
Yeah, you never know.
if he's not playing footy, you know.
That's true. What's he getting himself into? Josh Sargent, I feel like, is a good guy.
Oh yeah, Josh is fine.
If Josh did anything, I'd be heartbroken.
He's the American hero
Of the Premier
Norwich.
League.
Yeah.
Of the entire Premier League.
Yeah. Entire. No.
No,
other American. is
unless
better.
Jordan Peacock goes
Yeah.
to the Premier League, there's no other American.
Yeah.
Paul said, I reckon Ashley Young parks in handicap spots. And Dwight Gale being in Prison FC is a possibility. I would agree. I'd say those are the two that I...
Those are two most likely.
Yeah, the two most likely. Angie said EFL swag team, including all levels, including hashtag United. Well, luckily
No
for
players
us,
from
hashtag United...
will not be.
Well, first off, luckily for us, hashtag United's not in the EFL.
Although, the Love Island guy was.
And
on
he would
hashtag.
make it because he went to Love Island.
He would be on the team.
Did you see they posted about him?
No.
So when
Is he still playing for the team?
no, so he's at Love Island now. They have two. So they have
But he was just on Love Island.
they have one from last season who was on Love Island and then went to hashtag, and then they have one from hashtag who went to Love Island. Swear.
I thought he was playing at hashtag already.
Look, I'm going to hashtag United's
Toby.
TikTok.
His
This
name's
is
Toby.
yeah. Hold on, let me go to their TikTok.
Yeah.
Whatever shows up, that's not displayed to the screens. Hashtag
I could see Ben Foster. To
hashtag United.
Or
I think it's
force- yeah.
possible. So I'm going down on their Instagram, and
Spencer.
yeah, Spencer obviously does a bit. This is a weird one where they have like their captain dressed up as a cheerleader. They have some weird. Their promotions are pretty odd. I have to go up. I need to find it. This might take me a minute. There's
Love
some
Island
promotions.
FC would be another great one, Paul. And yeah, Ben White, the Love Island Maldini.
Ben White would be so good
Ben
in the
White
Love
is
Island
the Love
one.
Island character.
Yeah, he is. No, you
Jack
know what Ben White
Grealish,
looks like?
James Madison.
You know
he's
what-
Another shout.
You know what Ben White looks like? He looks like they got like one of the guys from episode Choose Your Story. You know that? Remember that game? Or like Sims?
He looks like a character in it.
Like one of those where it's
Yeah,
like you
just
like
ridiculous.
teenage girls or like tweenage girls used to play when like we were 12 and 11.
He's got a lot of tattoos.
He does.
I didn't notice that before.
He
but
does. But I don't know why I
think you're
can't.
gonna find it.
No, I am. It's just going to take me like an hour. Oh, here it is. So this was on June 21st, 2021. Oh, so he went to it, yeah.
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 Toby, what's the name?
Toby
Toby.
Molaran. He does look like a Love Island guy, though. Wait, would this work? Or is it the other one?
That's that one.
Can we see it?
Go closer. Go closer. Yeah. No, you see it more kind of.
Wan-Bissaka to Love Island. I don't see him as the
No,
Love
not
Island.
Juan. We can't. No. Basuma to Love Island. I think that'd be a violation. I'm pretty sure that would be a violation. I don't know if you can do
Basuma
that.
to Love Island might get the show, the season canceled. But
I think we can leave it on
I
that.
think we leave.
I think we can leave it on that. That was
You can
fantastic.
look forward
episode.
to Love Island and Swag 11.
Yeah, they'll be
FC.
back. They'll be back
Yeah.
sometime. But yeah, we'll leave it on that. Fantastic episode. Super fun to get on here with you guys,
Yeah.
as always. And we'll be back next week, same time. Normally, 8:30 p.m. Central Time Mondays. And yeah, until next time, hope you have a good week. Hope you can watch some footy, some of the Champions League matchups. Hope some of our predictions are right.
Hopefully a draw.
And
20% chance.
Exactly.
And there we
20%
go.
chance. There it is. Peace.